This is the Nintendo 3DS family of handhelds, which are some of the best handhelds ever made. It's got dual screens, 3D that no one uses, and a game library that still holds up today. But here's the thing, no new games are being made for it. Eventually, your game library? It'll run out. You'll finish your favorites, replay the classics, and then what? Unless someone makes more, that's it. The 3DS deserves better, and that's exactly why I decided to make my own game for it. So I started looking into how people actually make games for the 3DS, and that's when I found devkitPro. It's a homebrew development tool chain that lets you write 3DS software, and yeah, it's all done in C or C++. Luckily, devkitPro has a lot of 3DS example C files for almost everything, drawing text, showing images, playing sound, it's all in there. So instead of starting from scratch, I decided to just run the classic Hello World example to make sure everything works. It was supposed to be simple, just white text on a black screen. But the text wasn't centered, something was off. After banging my head against it way longer than I'd like to admit, I finally figured it out. The problem wasn't the example code. It was the libtrue library, which devkitPro uses. It had just gone through a major refactor, hours before I installed everything. Bad timing. After figuring that out, I reverted to an earlier version of libtrue, and just like that, it worked perfectly. The text was centered, everything displayed, as expected. Now that I had code running on the 3DS, it was time to decide what game I actually wanted to make. I didn't want to dive into anything too massive right away, just something fun, quick, and playable. So I took inspiration from one of the best mini-games on Nintendo Switch 2 Welcome Tour, Dodge the Spike Balls. It didn't seem too intense performance-wise, so I figured it would run well on the 3DS. And with that in mind, I decided this would be my first full game on the 3DS. Now, you think the Welcome Tour games are meant to show off what can only be done on the Switch 2, the new hardware, the HD graphics, all that. But when you break it down, games like Dodge the Spike Balls aren't really about the tech. Mini-games like that are everywhere, even on the DS. It's not the hardware that makes them fun, it's the design. So why not bring that fun back to the 3DS? Surprisingly, developing the game wasn't as hard as I expected, and that's mostly thanks to the plentiful example code included with devkitPro. There were examples for drawing, input handling, audio, even managing frame updates, everything I needed to piece things together. Honestly, the hardest part wasn't the game logic, it was the make files. But once that was sorted, development felt smooth. Having working code samples to reference made a huge difference. So here's how the game works. You control two UFOs, one with the circle pad and the other with the touchscreen. You can move them independently. To start, you bring one or two inside a marked box. You use L and R to switch between game modes, A to start the game, and start to quit. I put together a quick trailer to show the game in action. You can see the UFOs, the gameplay loop, and how it all runs on real 3DS hardware. If you want to try it out yourself, you can download the game from my itch.io page. I'm already thinking about making another game for the 3DS, and this time, I want your help deciding what it'll be. I've got a few ideas. A platformer with destructible terrain, kind of like the new Donkey Kong mechanics. A multiplayer party-style game, think Squid Game or Mario Party. Or a tactical adventure game where you control one character, something like Fire Emblem or Triangle Strategy. But I'm open to anything. Leave a comment and tell me what kind of 3DS game you want to see next. I'll be reading through all of them before starting the next project. And hey, thanks for watching all the way to the end. If you enjoyed this and want to see more 3DS projects, be sure to like the video and subscribe. More to come.